Hello everybody, Nolan with Black Diamond Services. Today's job is an empty house. This is a modular home. Pretty good size modular home, I might add. I don't know what the exact square footage is, but this living room's fairly good size. It's up for sale. And we're going to be doing, or I should say, I'm going to be doing 2 bedrooms and that living room and hallway that we already passed through. Not doing any closets. I mean, the carpet's got some wear, obviously, but this room is not in bad shape, and this room isn't really in bad shape. It just needs to be cleaned and to make it more presentable. There's just a few pet stains in them, so that's why we're doing them. And then obviously the main area used was coming out of the kitchen into the living space, and then you can tell their favorite spot to sit was right there because that's where the carpet wear is mostly. And then this room does light up under UV light throughout kind of most of it. So I am going to be treating it for pet urine. And because the pet urine actually outweighs the soil content, I was going to go over my pre-spray options and why I chose them. Okay, so starting out with addressing the urine, I'm going to be using Unchained, and I'm using about 32 ounces in my Hydroforce here, and it is at just under 3/4 of a gallon filled. So 32 ounces, and then the remainder with water, because there are some spots that are kind of bad, and so I'm going to be treating the carpet with that first. So once I do that, I come back out here and I move to my enzyme pre-spray, BioPro 10K, and then I boost it with Puro2, which is an odor and stain remover, with some citrus. I don't know the background of what type of dog it is. The person that's having me clean it, it is not their house, so I didn't get that information. So with the darkness of the areas in front of that couch where it was and the exit of the kitchen, a little citrus would help with potential body oils from either, walking barefoot or pets. So again, Unchained first, pre-spray all the affected areas of urine, let it dwell for a while, and then work on the rest of the carpet with BioPro 10K with this boosted in there, which will also help fight the staining and odor from pet urine too, if any remains. But I have noticed when I boost it with this stuff, when the carpet dries, the times that I've gone back to jobs for other reasons to see and take a look at the carpet, I have actually seen that the carpet pops a little bit more, looks a little brighter once it's dried out, which naturally it does, but every time I've used this stuff, it seems to make a difference. And when I use this combination and use it correctly, I have little to no issues. Actually, really no issues with pet urine. If it's really severe pet urine, I usually suggest replacing it, but this combination tends to knock it out of the park. And then in the back here, you got 2 rinse tanks. The one on the left is my alkaline, and the one on the right is my acid rinse. So you can actually kind of see it there. Ultimate All Fiber Rinse is an acid rinse. It's good for all types of carpets, and so I am using that because the urine content exceeds the dirt in the house. So I am going to be rinsing it out with that because it'll be good to be a combo with the Unchained in BioPro 10K, because Unchained is 6 pH, which is slightly acidic. And then BioPro, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if it says it on here, it's about 12 pH. And then the Puro2, you can see it there, is 11. So I am elevating the pH after I treat the urine. So I want to bring the pH down with the Ultimate All Fiber when it's urine. Now, if it was dirty, I do have rinsing agents that help neutralize too. And there's one of them that's slightly acidic. That's good for most regular soil content carpets. And then there's one that's slightly above pH. That's good for dirtier carpets. So all these are no foaming Anti-scalars, corrosion inhibitors, they're safe for all situations. Dries to a crystal, no sticky residue, such and things like that. That all the things that a carpet cleaner would want, because you're less likely to have resoiling, and you're also less likely for carpets to resoil as fast because you're neutralizing it. Now, this is just my experience and what I've learned from other professionals. Not everybody does use a rinsing agent, but I see the benefit in it for at least my area. There are different soil types in the United States and other places, so what I'm particularly using today may not work exactly the same in I don't know, in New Jersey, and I'm in California. So could be a different soil type. You may have to adjust your chemistry for that. But for California, where I'm at, this works like a champ. Everybody likes the scent, and we have no issues. So it's time to move on to the carpet cleaning. Completely empty. Also blown out this morning with an air compressor, so this vacuum should be in great order. Only if this outlet worked. What a great thing to say for only that to happen. Try number 2. There we go. We'll be post edging this entire room, as it seems there's a little bit of debris on the edges here in most of the living room and probably also the dining area. I know I don't always film it, but it does get done. See, it's foaming up a little bit right here, so this is a pretty good spot that was hit. So recap: pet product, pre-treatment, unchained, 32 ounces to 3 quarts of water. So by the time I get to this is probably going to have at least 45 minutes of dwell time before I extract. Unchained usually needs about 30 minutes, but considering the scope of the work, I'm estimating at least 45. Because like I said, I got to go back out, mix up with the enzyme pre-spray and the booster PRO2, and then respray the rest of the carpet. So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the pre-spraying after explanation of why I chose those products and basically the whole reasoning behind it. Alright, so Unchained has been pre-sprayed, so the pet product, dwell time, enzyme face cleaner with that PRO2 booster, that's an odor and stain, organic stain remover. That's been done. Dwell time on that is minimal because now I'm basically shoving it into the carpet fibers with the CRB, and then by the time I actually extract it, the dwell time that I need will be there. Let me know in the comments if you like learning those things, why I cleaned with what I did for the specific jobs. I know some people prefer to just listen to the sounds of the machines. And remember, I do have a playlist, the ASMR playlist, that I try and add videos to on occasion when I have a job that I feel is worth it. But for the most part, the channel is about showing the work being done and talking about the work too. But I try and incorporate both when possible. But again, this is mostly what this channel is about. Somebody can learn something or likes to hear that information, whether they're in the industry or just watching for enjoyment. I hope it helps. That way, when you call somebody out to clean your home, you have a better understanding of what you'd like done to your own carpets. Now, not to say that the cleaning agents I have are the only ones that can do a good job. There are other stuff out there. This is just what I found works for me and my company. I know there's other brands out there that people have no complaints with. So if this video helps, or any of my previous videos helps you, let me know in the comments how it did. Did it help you vet your new professional? Trying somebody new? Now you know how to ask them, you know, what their cleaning process is. Whether that be finding out that they vacuum and use a CRB, or at least rotary rinsing and extraction. I mean, I'm not a big fan of those machines. They do work really well and do a good job. I just personally like the CRB first and then extraction. So there's other ways to clean and do a great job. So remember that the way I'm doing it is not the only way to do it and get a good job. It's just, this is, again, some personal preference, what works well for me and my business model. I do, however, wish they were willing to let me clean their tile too, but the house is up for sale, so the biggest eyesore in the house is the carpet. Sorry. Felt like I was losing a little grip there. And this is actually looking insanely good, and no extraction's been done yet. I might see if I can show you guys the before picture. Once I'm done with the living room, and then continue the work instead of at the end like I normally do, just so you can kind of see the transition with good chemistry and running the CRB. So apparently their real estate agent is curious to see how well this comes out. I don't know if I've met her before. I am in a group, multiple groups I should say. It's one big group, but there's multiple locations for real estate agents and for networking, more or less, between them and affiliates is what they call them, which is me. And basically you get to know them, you guys exchange business, and you know, they suggest you for their clients. So I'm proving myself a couple times so far. I haven't been going to the events for long, and I've earned a few jobs off of it so far. So and then in the next meeting, the very next week, I gotta say, the last one was credit to Adam. He did their carpets, and he was impressed and gave a shout out to us in the networking meeting that had about 40 people or so in it at that specific one. So that's always helpful, trying to go to those meetings. Did some area rug cleaning for one of the main guys of the entire organization. So I got to earn that business too. Man, that difference just in CRB and pre-spray is pretty amazing. There's been many accounts that somebody happened to walk in right after I had ran the CRB and they're like, wow, it looks great, are you done? And I tell them, no, actually I still got to clean the carpet. I got to extract all the stuff out. And they're like, oh wow, okay. So it's always exciting when people run into that and say something like that, because they're surprised at the results already, but you still gotta extract it out. So you're basically telling them like, no, it's still gonna get better. So that's really cool to say when you got a carpet that's cleaning up well just from the first 3 steps of your process: vacuum, pre-spray, and CRB. Alright, so now in the living room. Not sure where I left off on what I was talking about. I got a phone call and had to go over some things, so apparently somehow Adam got locked out of his business phone. So I had to send him pictures of his route so he can get to his next job. So this is the dining room area. So far it's doing well. There is a little bit of discoloration. But overall, it is cleaning up really well. There's this very nice change in appearance. Little side note, if you're a business owner, service industry, if your CRM has the feature to do a text blast, which means it'll send out a pre-typed out text message to your entire client base, run an offer of some kind. If you're a little slow, the people that might have used you last year around the time that you do it, if you're carpet cleaning, for example, it'll send them a reminder like, oh yeah, it's been a while since I've had it cleaned, and oh hey, there's a special offer for me to utilize to get it done. doesn't have to be anything extravagant. I mean, we don't promote big discounts because we put our pricing specifically based on what it takes to do a thorough job, all of our steps, and provide a great service. So it just depends on your business model, whatever you choose to do. Make it suitable for your business model. Send those out periodically. Use every holiday as an excuse. At the time of this video, Mother's Day is coming up, right? So type in there, give your mom or your wife the gift of clean, or whoever that wants it, that you think would want it, and just kind of use that wordplay as an idea, and then drop the discount in and schedule it to send out to everybody at a time that you can answer phones, because they might call you and they might text you. A lot of them that we've done, they've responded in text messages, which is great because we use voice over internet provider, so text messages can come to my phone, my wife's phone, and our admin's phone. So we all see it, so it'll get responded to. But obviously if my wife and I are busy doing other work like this, then she gets to it and takes care of it, and you might, I'd say out of our client base, we haven't done one in the springtime, so I can't really say the average for that, but we usually get, about 6 to sometimes 10 jobs out of it, and so the cost of it puts your return on investment, depending on the job and the pricing you charge, it puts us at about 10% of marketing rate, which is a great percentage to be at for marketing. Sometimes less. If I get a huge tile job or something off of it, that's $1,000, $2,000, because there's a lot of tile to clean, then that drops significantly because my average job ticket is going to be higher for that particular marketing tool. So something to consider. If you haven't thought about that or don't know how to go about it, if you're running a CRM, more than likely it has that feature, and if it doesn't, there are probably other online programs that you can attach to yours and be able to. But ours runs straight through Markate, which is our CRM of choice, and sends it out to everybody. So we did it this morning, and we chose 10 a.m. because it's not too early and it's not too late in the day. So if people want to respond at their lunch hour, if they are on lunch, then they can send us a text and we can get them scheduled while they're on their lunch, because it'll still be on their mind, an hour to 2 hours later. Not much time has gone by, so they'll be able to respond if they don't respond right away. Or they'll message us later in the afternoon, whatever works for them, but it brings in work, and that's what matters. So explore your marketing tools and utilize them. We take business classes periodically to learn more about different things. We're taking one right now to make our house cleaning side of the business the best it can be. I know I don't talk about it much, but we're going to grow that side. And there's things we're going to be able to implement that's going to benefit employees. And looking forward to being able to change it. So we're still in the middle of the classes, and this is going to be a big benefit for our employees, and I can't wait to present it to them. More or less, it's going to give them a nice pay bump. So I can't wait to learn the ins and outs on how to make it better, make us more efficient, so we can pay nice wages on top of what we already do, which is pretty reasonable, but there's ways to improve it. It's just you gotta learn systems, and for your particular business, how can you make them more efficient? How can you train people to be more efficient, and then pass down the extras to your employees so it benefits them at no loss to us. And that's how you're going to make it in business, and how you're going to make it so people want to work for your business. Hopefully you enjoyed my TED Talk. So I'm going to keep this clean and going. This is looking fantastic. Making my way to the home stretch. Not a lot left to do. Carpet is turning out really well. Just when you thought the CRB made it look fantastic, it did. But rinsing it out is your final step, and it makes all the difference. Yikes. It's a massive transition or appearance change. It's awesome. If you ever want to support the channel, there is a button below that I believe says Super Thanks. You can click on that and contribute if you want to, not required. Kind of part of the reason why I haven't done like what's it called, those the funding thing, a subscription or whatever. In all honesty, to figure out like some additional perks or even make exclusive videos for individuals that subscribe to that is a lot of extra time that I just don't have at the moment. So I just basically everything I film I post for everybody to view. So if you want to, you can. It's not required at all, but YouTube did put that on there so that way creators can earn some income to help support their efforts for putting these videos together and so on and so forth. So it's there if you want to, but all your comments, hitting the like button, and those that even share the videos, that is actually very helpful because it brings new viewers, tells YouTube's algorithm that these videos are liked, so that way it will show it to more people, which returns more subscribers, which does help. So thank you for all those that are constantly commenting. Terry, Alicia, I'm trying to remember YouTube names off the top of my head. So if you comment a lot, I am talking about you. I'm not the best at remembering a bunch of names, but if you've been viewing for a long time, one I remember just because it's kind of a unique name, ASMR UK. They comment quite a bit, so thank you. It really does make a difference. You're telling YouTube's algorithm that this content's worth engaging. So it's helpful. All those ways contribute to the channel's growth and ability to produce a little income, so the time put in to make the videos is worth it. So if I did this two-handed and didn't record, I could definitely cut time off my jobs, but I've gotten so used to doing it to make content that it's not a huge deal when I'm not slammed. If we get super busy, it's a little harder for me to do it, just because the difference in these videos, in all honesty, don't offset the cost difference that it could if I just got the work done in a more reasonable amount of time. Because I could probably squeeze in another small job. If I was to video two jobs in a row, I could probably manage a third job by the extra time I save. But yeah, long tangent on that, sorry. But it does help when I do these videos. There's somebody in here probably silently watching. Raquel, you have used my services personally, and I appreciate it. She has experienced myself and Adam and has been faithful to us, so thank you. As she knows, we are a small family business, so any help makes a difference, because we reinvest as much as we can to learn as much as we can and to grow as much as we can, so we can keep providing and training at a high level, so no matter who's doing the work, it's performed with excellence. So it's like they're getting the owner's touch. Adam does a fantastic job, so I'm thankful for him on that. He's efficient and does a good job. And if he has questions, he calls me immediately. If it's something kind of outside of the box that he hasn't ran into, which is usually not really cleaning related, but otherwise he's on top of it. So I want to keep multiplying that and, you know, pay well for it. Man, what a difference. Holy smokes. Incredible. I love it when it changes like this. Wish everything could turn out perfect every time. This isn't perfect by no means. There's some yellow hues in that area that aren't budging no matter what I put on it. But overall, I think they're going to be extremely satisfied. So I'm going to finish up this last patch, and then I will be done.